What is up, everyone? It's your boy HOV doing our weekly outlook on Bitcoin and the SP 500 so we can be prepared for the week ahead. If this is your first time here, our entire channel is dedicated to helping traders become profitable. So make sure you subscribe because we release these weekly outlook videos at the beginning of every week to help you navigate the markets. Let's get into it. All right, so quick recap. Last week, Toots talked about being in a flat at this degree for the fourth of our C.
While I believe we are in a sideways style of correction, we will then go down for this C and then go up for a fifth wave.
So safe to say he nailed it. We got that move down, and right when we were testing this channel, I posted this chart to my Twitter saying, if we hold it, we'll get that last leg up to that $4,100 level, and we did just that. Got a strong move off our channel up to that $4,100 level, and then a nice rejection. You should follow me on Twitter because I release more real-time charts to keep you up to speed. So where are we now? Well, in our last live stream, I mentioned that the 4130 is a significant level of resistance for me. And I still believe that because so far this move from the high looks corrective to the downside. This could be a 1, come down for our 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish it here. We are also seeing some crazy divergences being put in on the lower time frames. On the daily, we're seeing less strength in the push, but the RSI isn't showing those divergences just yet. So moving forward into the week, that 4130 level is key for me. If we reject that and then ultimately break the channel to the downside, I think our top is in and we're heading for those lows that we've talked about in previous videos. However, if we can break above this red box right here and close it on a high time frame, I think we're likely to see a push up to that 4360 level, and then I'll start thinking of things a little differently. As opposed to this being at ABC, we could be in a larger degree flat right here before rolling over, and that would change both my count on the macro, where I had this as an expanding diag, and Toots' count, which he had multi-zigzag, where this was the A, B, C. This would ultimately end up being A, B, and then C right here. So I won't really project for that from now, but if that is the case, this was a 1, 2, we're finishing a third. We'll put a fourth down here and a fifth up here. I'll go ahead and throw a channel on there from the origin of our A through our B, project from our A. I already have this mapped out. So this is a pretty decent level when you're looking at a flat and how to channel it. You do it from the origin of A through the 2 and project from our A, And this is more for how to channel an expanded flat if that's what we're getting. So now we'll recap Bitcoin from last week. Toots mentioned we were long biased for the week, similar to our outlook on the ES. Toots then hosted a trade for us to get long and take advantage of the move to the upside.
Yeah, because we have a motive move off this low that is contextually very unlikely to be a C. We have the triangle that preceded it that tells us that we should have a larger correction to the upside to follow at least. So we can have a very safe expectation for a 3/C trade to the upside.
So here's Toots set up in our live trades channel. He set it up as a 3 move off of the low with 1 more leg lower into our 618, and sure enough, we get it and we are off to the races, as you can see right here. So on the 28th, I posted this chart in front of you with my 2 favorite counts, yellow being primary, white being secondary, but I wasn't ruling out the potential of a larger degree flat, but we'll talk about that later. So now let's take a look at the current micro and how I'm seeing it. Paying attention to these 2 counts is what will give us the clues where we might be, either that zigzag off the low or the 1 of the flat that I just mentioned. And this is how I'm seeing it. So we're working on the 5th of this degree, which is the 5th of the 3rd of C in white, or the 5th of the 3rd of 3 in yellow, which would be our impulse. So the white count is our corrective off the low. The yellow is impulsive. And if it's impulsive, we'll probably see it break the upside of this channel to give us some clues about where we're heading. So back out on the macro, I think early next week we'll continue a little higher, probably that 17.5 to possibly 18,000 level, where we'll need to watch how this develops, because we need to see if this is a corrective move up or an impulsive move up. Now, a few keys and clues we'll be looking for is one, breaking the channel to the upside would imply that we're in an impulse. Breaking the 18.3 level would invalidate this potential diag. And if we stay contained within this channel and end up as a 3-wave move off the low, well, that implies that we're corrective off the low and likely heading for new lows. If we break the upside again, we're impulsive and we'll probably look to get behind a corrective retrace down for a higher target. So that is what I'm looking for in the week. We'll probably push a little higher. We need to see how this develops, because right now it's still contained within this corrective channel. So while we're long on the micro, it does not mean that we're long bias on the macro. So we'll look to see how this develops and go from there. For the members watching this on Sunday in the morning, I'll be doing some video snippets for you guys on the updated price action, as well as updates on our Rune and Link trades. Also, make sure you vote on the educational videos that Toots and I have in the pipeline so we can get those out to you ASAP. Mika set up a crusher for you guys earlier on ETH, so big shout out to Mika and all the work he's putting in on the trade setups. I will link the videos I mentioned and my Twitter in the description. Make sure to subscribe for more weekly Outlook videos. I'll see you next time.